I'd like to take a moment to talk to you about healing karma and trauma at the root, which is the very purpose of our curriculum at Chakra School. Chakra School is about healing at the root and about embracing, embodying, and expressing your radical wholeness. Root and radical. These are two words that have the same etymology. The word radical, which has come to mean, I think, going a little wild, actually comes from a Latin word radix, which means the root, means the essence or the source, of whatever expression there may be. So to heal at the root means to go back, back, back to the source. And what do we find at the source? What do we find at the source of all experiences if we can tune in with enough depth and precision and undefended awareness? We find spirit itself, the very nature of your spirit, of your being. We find being. At every level, from every portal, from every experience, if we go deep enough back to the root, we find what is called in the ancient texts of the yogis Brahman. We find reality. The word Brahman from the Sanskrit means to be. We find being. Now, my guru, Goswami Kriyananda, often translated this term Brahman as reality. It's the reality we find as we remove all the veils of our conditioning, all the layers of our identification, all the narratives of culture and personal history, not to throw them away, but to return to the root where healing can only truly arise. Reality, the all-pervading spirit of life, which is your own very nature. Now, this reality comes in two flavors, if you will. One is called Nirguna Brahman, reality without attributes, the formless, essential nature in its stillness and fullness before the big banging of expression. And then there is Saguna Brahman, or reality with infinite attributes, endlessly evolving forms of becoming. And our practice is to learn how to abide in being in the midst of endless becoming. This is our practice. And this is the practice curriculum that we are each on an individualized journey to master, to learn, to integrate, and to embody, to abide in being in the midst of our situation, our becoming. Now, at this point in our evolution, much of our situation is in a state of crisis in terms of the global situation, but also in terms of our awakening to the memory tracks of unresolved trauma that are hidden in our cells and also in the subtle petals of our inner mind. How do we move from this state of fragmentation and lack of integration back to the root, back to the source where healing arises? How do we dissolve the imbalances of our conditioning back into a state of presence, This is what the journey through the chakras facilitates. The chakras provide us both a map for returning to the root and a series of methodologies for practicing the inner healing necessary for us to fulfill the purpose of this life, to awaken as agents of healing and blessing to our inner life, to our ancestors, and to our world that is crying out for help, blessing, and healing. I hope you'll join us at Chakra School on this most profound journey.